Hi there. So for ISTE number one change agent, I wanted to direct you to a few of the artifacts that are listed below on the website. So the first ones you will see on the website are the two pictures of the tech coach support menu. Now these menus I had printed and distributed to each team, and I had sat with each team in their team meetings and went over this menu, but gave them a copy. And I had also posted this in a poster size on the door to my office, which many people use as a cut through. So I provided those to teams, and that goes ahead and goes along with substandard A, because it shares the vision that I have for the culture of using technology. And the coaching process of that substandard I'm coming up on in a moment. But among those items on that coach menu also goes along with substandard B, because it gets the teachers to want to use those tools on that menu, and it's not limited to that as well. Further down on the website for Change Agent are the documents that I put for the coaching model. Now, I wanted to launch the coaching model starting next school year, but before I kind of dove headfirst into it, I just want to kind of dip my toes into the water. So I had met with one team. This was kindergarten, which was a small team of 4. And then I also met with my assistant principal. So I worked with 5 teachers for the coaching cycle, kind of as a soft launch to see what wrinkles there are in the program that I might want to iron out, how I can approach it, how I can maybe tackle the time that it would take to do a larger scale. So you will see 2 examples of what I used. I had met with teams at team meetings to discuss what the coaching model is and why we do it. And then for those people who were interested in doing it, I didn't require it, but out of the team, 3 of the 4 people on the team in kindergarten agreed, and my assistant principal. So I'm sorry, I think I said 5 earlier. There were 4 total. But 3 of the 4 teachers on the team went ahead and did the coaching cycle, and I provided one example of that. And I used the templates that were provided in the course. The Jamboard had them provide feedback back and forth. I had shared it a couple times, and based on that throughout the process and throughout meetings, we had developed that Jamboard. So I provided that, and that goes along with substandard C, which cultivates the supportive coaching culture. Farther down on the website, you will see that I have added in a AGR K2K, which stands for Kid to Kid. So I had encouraged educators to get their students to record themselves doing, in this case, math, but any kind of skill that is an interesting way to do it or interesting way to think about it. I actually recorded it and then aired it on our broadcast. So that connected our teachers and also our students. So that goes along with substandard E. But I wanted to kind of do a break in the video to also talk about the school building alignment with ISTE, because the kid-to-kid videos do connect the school, because it could be any grade level. And since our curriculum is a spiral curriculum, some of those videos do apply to not just that grade level that students in, it also applies to younger grade levels. But next to the kid-to-kid artifact, you will see another artifact that's kind of small, which is a bingo grid. And the bingo grid is a small part of what we did in conjunction with what we call PD in a box. And I worked with administration this year to do professional development, because teachers prefer to do professional development kind of off hours. They found that time was challenging to fit in professional development effectively. So we basically made these PD in a boxes, and these boxes were physical boxes that had activities and things in them that teachers could complete over a certain period of time. And once completed, there was a feedback form, and they would then get PD points. And one of those things is that tech bingo. Now, on that tech bingo, there's a variety. There's 24 different technologies that teachers can try or familiarize themselves with. In this case, most of these technologies have been introduced to teachers over the past few years from me in professional developments after school, at professional developments at the beginning of the school year. A lot of these were touched on during the pandemic when we're doing virtual learning. And these were kind of a refresher to bring them back into trying to get to use these technologies. So some of the initiatives that we had in our division, like Nearpod, those were included in that tech bingo, but some of them were on a smaller scale of a building where they're purchased at the building level, not necessarily the division level.